Edit your HTML, save, and see the change instantly without leaving VS Code. In Episode 1, you open the browser inside your editor. Now you close the loop. Edit, let VS Code autosave, reload the preview, and even run 2 live pages side by side. Last episode, you met the browser inside VS Code. Now let's make edits show up in it, live. Start with index.html. Here's the page's HTML, 1 heading, 1 button. Right-click the file itself, over in the Explorer. Open an integrated browser. The page, rendered right beside your code. But this is a file path. Edits won't refresh on their own yet. For a real reload loop, you need a real server. Open the terminal, Ctrl backtick. 1 line starts a server. Python space -m space http dot server space 8000. Serving on port 8000, a genuine server, answering only on your machine. Jump into the simple browser, Ctrl+Alt/. Ctrl+L jumps to its address bar. Type localhost :8000. Enter. Same page, but served over real HTTP now, so a reload will always fetch your latest file. Click back into the editor. Let's change the heading. Replace the H1 text, proof the loop is real. Ctrl+S writes it to disk right now. That's what the server serves. Back to the browser and reload it. Ctrl+R. New heading, instantly. Edit, save, reload, that's the loop you'll use all day. Reloading by hand is fine, but pressing Ctrl+S on every change. Let's automate that. Open the command palette. The palette runs any command by name, no menu hunting. Type, file, toggle autosave. There it is. 1 command flips autosave on. Press enter. Autosave is on. VS Code now writes the file for you a moment after you stop typing. No more Ctrl+S. Your turn. Open style.css. We'll change a color and watch it save itself. Here's the style sheet for the page. Change the page background, a deep navy. Watch the tab. The dot becomes a solid dot, then clears. Autosave just wrote it to disk, hands-free. Jump to the simple browser, Ctrl+Alt/. Reload with Ctrl+R. New background, and you never press save. Edit, it autosaves. You reload, that's the fast loop. A pro habit. Split before you write code, so the preview never leaves your site. Ctrl/. 2 columns now, side by side. The browser's on the right. Open index.html. It lands in the left column. Code on the left, live page on the right. Both visible, no Alt-Tab. Want an even split? 1 command balances the columns, no dragging. Balanced. Drag the divider between them anytime if you want the code wider than the preview. Your turn. Add a heading in the left column. It autosaves as you go. Focus the browser and press Ctrl+R. Your edit shows up right beside the code you typed it in. Real sites have many pages. Let's preview 2 at once. Open the command palette to spin up a second browser panel. There's the command palette. Ctrl+Shift+P runs any command by name. You'll launch a fresh browser panel from right here. Type the command's name. Run simple browser. Show as many times as you want. Each run is a new panel. It matched. Press enter, and it asks where to go. Every panel lives in its own editor tab. It's independent of the others. Drag each into its own column. Type the address right here. The prompt takes a full path, so your panel opens, already pointed at that exact page. Second panel, live over localhost. Each keeps its own session. Own cookies, own storage. Test logged in one, logged out in the other. They're not linked, but both auto-refresh on save. Panels not refreshing. Check there on localhost. A file path panel never auto-updates. Now meet VS Code's newest trick, debugging inside the editor. The Run and Debug view. Ctrl+Shift+D. VS Code 112, March 2026. Debugs web apps right here. No separate Chrome window. Your turn. Open script. JS, click left of any line, then press F9. That red dot is a breakpoint. Reload the panel. It pauses on that exact line. All inside VS Code. Prototype CSS with right-click inspect. But remember, this browser's a sandbox. Test real Chrome before shipping. That's the whole loop. You edited a file and reloaded the built-in browser with Ctrl+R. No restart. You turned on autosave so Ctrl+S is automatic. Split your code and preview side by side, opened a second browser panel, and dropped a breakpoint to pause real code. Next episode, turn that preview into a phone.